Hello, welcome to European Open briefing for Tuesday, May the 29th. I'm Rafi Boyajian, currency analyst at XM.com, and we're going to have a look at what's happening in the currency markets today. The US dollar continues to climb higher, at least against non-yen currencies. The Japanese yen is broadly firmer this morning as political uncertainty in Italy is weighing on the markets. The euro, as a result, has slumped to 6.5 months lows, and oil prices continue to slide further amid concerns that Saudi Arabia and Russia will soon start increasing production. Let's get started first, though, with having a closer look at what's happening with the dollar. We can see in the chart here, in the 4-hour chart, dollar yen has been trending lower since mid to late May. It has fallen to 3-week low 108.69 a short while ago. In contrast, though, we can see dollar index continuing to climb higher. It's now reached a 6.5 months high of 94.65. So the dollar index is gaining on the back of a weaker euro. On the other hand, the yen is being boosted by safe haven demand, though we did see a bit of a recovery in dollar yen yesterday and late on Friday after reports suggested that the summit between the US and North Korea will go ahead after all, and this has that news first started circulating late on Friday and has since been confirmed by President Trump over the weekend. But overall, though, this morning political uncertainty in Italy is weighing on market sentiment. The focus, though, should come back on US data later this week, bringing fresh volatility to the dollar. We're going to have the second estimate of GDP growth for the first quarter out tomorrow. On Thursday, we're going to have PC inflation numbers, and on Friday, the all-important non-farm payrolls report for May. Let's now move on to safe havens. We can see gold hasn't really moved much from the what's happening in Italy. Actually, the yen has seen the most action on the back of the developments in the eurozone's third largest economy. We can see euro yen slumping to an 11-month low of 126.10 a short while ago. The Asian stocks are also down this morning, and we're seeing European stocks open sharply lower as well. Gold, on the other hand, did come under pressure on the news that the summit between Trump and the North Korean leader will go ahead as planned on June the 12th. We can see gold hovering around just below the $1,300 level, and it does remain fairly bearish in the short term. Let's now have a close look now with the euro. We can see euro yen has been pretty much heading lower since the middle of May. It's now fallen to a 6.5 months low of 1.1563 and continues to remain under intense selling pressure. So the latest bout of sell-off for the euro came after the Italian president unexpectedly rejected the choice of the economy minister Paolo Savona, who's known to hold very strong anti-euro views. He was the choice by both the Five Star Movement and the League parties, who had decided to had reached an agreement to form a coalition. But following the president's rejection of the economy minister candidate, the two parties have decided to abandon their coalition agreement, and this means that Italy will likely face fresh elections, possibly as early as August, and there are fears that fresh elections could boost the popularity of anti-establishment parties such as the Five Star Movement and the League even further, and that would mean a strongly Eurosceptic government coming into power. In the meantime, though, Italy's president has appointed a technocrat as a temporary prime minister, but the possibility of anti-establishment parties gaining further share in the vote in Italy, that's definitely weighing on the euro. We can see here it's looking very bearish. We also have put the possibility of fresh elections in Spain as well. The Spanish Prime Minister is facing a vote of no confidence. There's going to be a vote in Parliament on Thursday and Friday. Though the parties calling for the vote of no confidence are likely to win a majority, that's also adding to the downside pressure on the euro. Let's now turn to the Canadian dollar. It had fallen to 2 months low yesterday of 1.3021 to the US dollar. Overall, it is being weighed by weaker oil prices as well as the ongoing uncertainty around NAFTA. We do have a Bank of Canada meeting tomorrow. No change is expected there. But if we do see perhaps unexpectedly hawkish Bank of Canada tomorrow, we could see the loonie seeing the easing of the downside pressure, which at the moment it's facing. If we look at oil prices, WTI plunged to a 6-week low yesterday of $65.80 a barrel. This is on the back of expectations that at the June OPEC meeting, major producers will ease output restrictions in order to offset falling production from Venezuela, as well as the likely export ban on Iran. Although Brent crude prices are moving higher this morning, they recovered to around $75.50, having fallen to 3-week low yesterday. WTI, though, is more likely to suffer if there's likely to be an increase in output from OPEC, so that's why we're seeing a bigger downside pressure on WTI rather than Brent. For the rest of the day, it's looking fairly quiet. We don't have any major data apart from the US Consumer Confidence Index. That's it from me. Thank you very much for watching and have a great day.